What's up, everybody? Sensei here. This footage is from the Wheel Life Rally 2020 from last weekend, and I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I learned after going back and watching the footage. Now, this footage is from my heat. Green flag goes down, and I got off just to a bloody awful start. I should have carried more momentum up over this platform so I can carry it down off the other side, and it would have just set a better pace for me to begin the race. Now, this first turn I got a little squirrely, and one thing I loved about this woods track, it was technical. It was about choosing the proper lines, being able to read the terrain. It was more technical than speed. Speed had nothing to do with this track. Yeah, you wanted to get around as quickly as you could, but just because you had the fastest wheel didn't mean you were going to win. This was all about technique. It was all technical. Now, going through that series of turns, I did get a little bit loose because this stuff is a little sandy. I did that pretty well. My line was okay. I got a touch. I didn't lean enough right here. You can see how my momentum slowed down. And this is the first time that I've ever taken anything, a jump like that on my Tesla. I'm riding a Tesla V2. And I wish when I went over that, I would have had better track placement, or I would have chosen a better line when exiting that jump so I can set myself up for that turn. Coming up here, the same thing. My momentum was just kind of slow there. And right here, it was, the dirt in the track was loose. It was kind of deep there, and it was like a hump underneath there, and I hit it. And when I came down, I torqued the wheel, and it caused me to lose a little bit of control. And I came off the track a bit. Now, I really enjoyed that section going through the twisties and the trees. And something else that I learned is that you want to look down the track. I was looking too close to my wheel. I wasn't looking down the track far enough, so I could choose a better line of entry into the turns. Now, this part of the track was tough. It really was. And you can see up here, it's very sandy, it's deep. My tires sank into the ground there, and I got pedal drag, and I just came off the wheel. Now, I didn't fall one time during the race. Now, I've came off the wheel, but I didn't fall. I took a pretty good spill on the test lap, but I did not fall during the race. I came off the wheel a few times, though. So you can see me getting a little bit twisty on that section there. Now, coming off the wheel that many times, it just throws off your rhythm, man. It's, you got to keep that rhythm going through these types of courses. This is the first time I can honestly say I rode a trail like this. I did do a video on a trail. It says, first time taking my Tesla on a trail, but that was not a trail compared to this. This is on another level. And right here, I just totally misread the turn, and the wheel got away from me. Again, I just stepped off. I did not fall. So I didn't carry enough momentum going up, stepped off the wheel again, and I was kind of angry at myself because I'm like, I know that I could have made it up there, and I didn't. And something else I learned, definitely want to have pads on your wheel for this. I watched Law race this track, man, and it was just phenomenal to watch. And he highly recommends pads. So I'm definitely going to put some pads on my Tesla. Now, this lap, I'm doing a little bit better. I'm carrying my rhythm a little better. I'm getting in sync here. But you definitely have to learn how to read the terrain. You can tell by the color of the dirt. I found out like the lighter dirt seemed to be more solid than the darker dirt, meaning that the darker dirt was going to be a little more loose. It was going to be more moist. This is all learning experience. Carried it, my rhythm nice through there. Came through here though, I didn't lean enough. You can see how far I started drifting to the outside. I needed to bend my knees more and lean. Now this jump, these series of jumps, the camel, I call these the double camel back here. This was nice. I carried that pretty good, but I should have been a little bit further out to the middle of the track. That way I could cut in to the inside or the apex of that turn. Now right here I was riding a little bit cautious because I made a mistake on the first lap coming up through here. And I ended up doing the same thing, but not as bad. I didn't get as far to the outside of the track as I did on the first lap. Love this section, the twisties through the trees. And I definitely want to thank Rick, man. He designed 2 great tracks. And I came off the wheel again. Didn't fall. I got pedal drag because I got a little squirrely. So you can see it there. And I just stepped off the wheel. Now I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. Okay, let's just go. Come on, let's go. That's what I'm saying. Let's go. Let's try to make up for lost time. And you can see me looking down where I shouldn't have did that. But I definitely think the pads would have gave me a snugger fit and more control over my wheel on stuff like this. So I definitely got to add some pads. Now I'm starting to pick it up good. But I know that I'm coming up to this section. This section is really, really tough here. You can't go too fast through here. And you can see me. You see it right there. And then I just end up coming off the wheel. Again, I didn't fall. My foot just came off. And same thing right here. My rhythm was just totally off at this point. But I just wanted to finish strong. So I just telling myself, all right, bro, just come on, just power through it. And my rhythm, you can see me starting to pick it up now. And I wish that the pace that I'm setting right now through this section, I wish I could have kept that pace through the whole race. I would have done a whole lot better. But I learned, you know. Now the Tesla is not the best wheel for riding on trails, but I made it work. The tire's just too skinny. And right here, I'm just taking my time not to come off the wheel here. And then the pedals sit just a little bit low. Now I just taking power over the finish line there. And the positivity was phenomenal. I had Cobra coming up to me. And you got Showtime right there. Leon. And U-Strides there. This was an amazing event. I really had a great time. If you didn't make it this year, you have to make it to next year's event. I highly recommend it. So that is it. You ride your wheel like you hate it. I'm Sensei. Hello. Good night. And remember, always gear up.